What's going on, YouTube? Three Sons RC coming at you with another video. It's going to be like more of a how-to, slow it down type of video on how to make your Lexan bodies a little bit more stronger for bashing, stronger so they don't crack and break. They look really nice now coming out the box. We want to keep them looking that way relatively, right? So that they don't fall apart on us, especially where the body mounts and all that kind of stuff is. So I'm going to walk you through an idea and a technique that I got from RC Bashing the Kraton. Great channel out there, right? So check his out, right? But I'm going to go through and take some time and show you all how I did mine, what additional techniques I did, and kind of just slow it down so you guys really know how to do it. So here's what I used. Obviously used the isopropyl alcohol or any kind of alcohol will work. Gorilla tape, a must. X-Acto, and need a really good pair of scissors to cut through that Gorilla tape. Don't get the cheap scissors, no construction scissors or anything like that. You want something that really cut through that tape because that tape is tough. All right, so obviously this is on a Kraton body. This is a version 3 body, but really will work with any type of Lexan body, so this applies to any of them. Now, you can see I've already done it on mine, so I'm not going to walk through every single thing that I did because you all are going to add what you like and your special techniques that you figured out. I'm going to share mine with you and you can take it from there, right? But I'm going to just basically describe it and slow it down and walk you through it, right? So here's mine. You can kind of see as I bang it, as I pat it, it doesn't have that kind of cheap Lexan feel to it, right? It's almost like it's got sound deadening added to the body panels, which I really like that that kind of feel to it. And I've taken this body bashing a couple times already, and it's held up really well with several super high-speed cartwheels that were completely my fault. So this is my body and what I did. So I'm going to show you step by step and slow it down. You can I'm going to pan over real quick and you can kind of see how I laid down the tape. Y'all can lay it down how you want, right? But I'm going to walk you through it and show you how I did it. So what you want to do is first off is grab that alcohol with a rag, wipe it all down and clean it all off. You don't want it to be have any type of debris on there, so that way the tape adheres really good to the body. So it's got to be totally clear. Obviously this is much better if you do it before you've ever bashed your body. If it's right out the box, that's what I did. It was brand new. But it's okay if you do it after you've already bought the body, already used it for a little bit. Just know that if you already have cracks, this can only do so much. It will limit the cracks. It will try to stop them, but you probably want to add some shoe goo and some drywall tape underneath there before you add this tape if there's already cracks. So this is great for if there's no cracks. If you already have cracks, you got to do what I just mentioned, right? So first thing you want to do, again, wipe it down real quick with the alcohol, let it dry, make sure it's nice and clean, start taking your tape. Now what I suggest is not using super big pieces of tape, because super big pieces of tape, while fun, you think you're doing great, you want to keep air bubbles out, and it's harder to do out of big pieces because when you're coming down into little crevices like this, you're going to have to fold the tape the opposite way so it doesn't stick and kind of wedge it down in there and go out, right? And it just won't work if you take a piece of tape from here to here. Areas of body where you're going from here to here, yeah, use one piece, that's fine, because you don't want to have too many edges that can catch and pull back, but you're going to have plenty of edges, no way, anyway, but you know, don't try to use one piece of tape and go across the whole entire body. You can get away with one piece of tape going like that. You can kind of just play it by ear. It depends upon the shape of the body, right? So work your way across the body. What you want to do is somewhat overlap, right? Work your way across the body. And what I did is where the body posts poke through, I actually just put the tape right over top of those. I didn't worry about the holes until afterwards. And I did one layer, right? And then what I did is I took my X-Acto and I cut a slash straight across that way and straight across this way, and then folded back the little triangles, took little pieces of tape and then pulled it back so that it opened up real nicely, and put little pieces of tape on the corners to hold back those triangles. Then I went over it again and again. So there's like 4 or 5 layers in this area. So it's nice and strong, super tough. You can see the body post has kind of beat up this area already, but what would have happened if I didn't have this tape is it probably would have punched through. I've had no body pins pull through. I've had no cracks or breaks or anything yet, even with going multiple cartwheels at super high speeds. Same thing back here. I did the same thing. It's a little bit harder with tricky body panels or tricky edges right there, but layered it up really strong. Then once you have all your layers done, and I do suggest at least two layers. After the first layer, what you want to do is you want to get like a blow dryer, or if you have like a heat gun. Heat guns will work better because you can get higher temperatures faster, but a blow dryer, you'll have to go really slow just to get it to heat up, and you just slowly creep across the body. It's gonna be, you're not gonna actually melt anything. It's gonna slightly melt the glue underneath and kind of make it adhere to the body better, but it's not going to really melt the tape. So it's almost impossible to do that unless you're using a heat gun at high temperatures, right? So if you're using a blow dryer, you're fine. I used a blow dryer. It works great. It's just slower that way, right? So work your way slowly across the body with your first layer. Then I did another layer, and I went over with a blow dryer again. And then in certain areas where I did 3 or 4 layers, I'd go over it a couple times just to make sure that it's really, really stuck together. And what that does is it makes it so these edges here, you can pick at it and nothing, it's not going anywhere. It makes it really, really strong. No rocks are going to pull that back. It's going to stay there nice and sturdy for a long time to come, I'm hoping. Now you can see on the other side, the body post still really good. And again, I've bashed this mostly myself and my most amazing driving skills, with my accidents that I've had, and nothing's happened yet so far. So this is going to work for any Lexan body. It's going to hold up for you for a long time. I hope you guys really appreciate these techniques. If you have ideas, forgot one thing. Okay, so in hindsight, what I should have done in this area is gotten some, the drywall tape, and laid it over first, and then layered down a thin layer of shoe goo, and then done the tape on top of that. Just because I think that'll look cleaner. That'll be stronger for the body post. And obviously the shoe goo will super adhere to the body even better than this glue can. I wish I would have done it just around this area and this area, if I could have done it again. So I think that'll work a little bit better. Some guys out there will do that type of tape through the whole body and use the glue through the whole body. I think that is a little overkill, but hey, by all means, have fun, do it your own way, and I'm sure that way works great too. This is just the way I did it. Hopefully this helps. Just a little bit, slow it down. A lot of guys out there do this technique, but they don't actually go through it super slow. I just thought I'd kind of make it super simple for you if you kind of want to follow this technique or add your own to it. Hopefully that will help. If you like this video, please consider subscribing, commenting, liking the video. I super appreciate that. That helps this ridiculously expensive hobby that we all love to do with our families. So again, this is Dennis over at 3 Sons RC, and hope you enjoyed this video, and you have a great one. Peace out.